go ahead and take Joe, who's calling from New York.
I had a conversation yesterday with a woman who says my 84-year-old grandmother isn't going to have heat payments because of DOGE. The university in the town I'm in isn't going to get research grants. People are going to be out of jobs. Human services, drug, alcohol treatment places aren't going to have housing anymore for people. So how do we verify these things? How long it's going to be paused for? And I don't know how to respond to people. I just say, at least we have somebody monitoring this now.
Look, I mean, people are losing their job. It's true. I mean, there are thousands of people that are having their jobs cut. That's not fun. That's not fun for anyone. I feel for those people. Now, a lot of them are provisional. We've learned that. There are a lot of, if you may have seen the reports of the national parks, had 1,000 cuts. Now, 1,000 cuts, by the way, to the National Park Service is only a very small percentage amount of people that work there. And most of these were people either that jobs were doubled up or they again were in their provisional basis and wasn't felt necessary. And then also a lot of them were then switched over to seasonal because it felt that these jobs were not necessary as full-time work. Joe, so there's a lot that goes into this more than just people are getting fired. And it's not that we don't have heart for people getting fired and losing their jobs and losing their benefits. Look, it's not their fault. They took a job. However, to be good with your money, to spend your money wisely, how many times have you or a lot of our listeners gone through layoffs in your business? And you're not sitting there going, oh man, I mean, yes, you're mad at your employer probably for the layoffs, but sometimes you know that the business can't survive. It's not dissimilar to what's happening in America. You have to be able to survive. And to do that, sometimes these cuts need to be made. And when they get out of control, when you have something like $4.7 trillion that you can't even account for, that's where a checks and balances actually gets to come in and do their job. Joe, it's unfortunate. It's sad that some of those things are happening. I also think those are a little overblown.
And I'd echo that, Logan, is that many of the programs within some of these agencies were not actually pausing the direct payments and direct assistance to the American people. And so the media has tried to spin it as you go back to the time where when Mitt Romney and Paul Ryan were running and they said they want to push grandma off the cliff because they want to reform Medicare and they want to reform Social Security. And many times those are the easy headlines to create fear and genuine fear in the American people that when they are trying to clean up wasteful spending and fraudulent spending, that isn't the case, that they are freezing payments that are going directly to Americans that are dependent on that. Now, you also mentioned research at universities. Yes, I think a lot of those are going to go away because of how vast and out of hand the grants that were being just pushed out the door with no oversight, and any pet project was getting a research grant. I mean, it's been the joke in conservative circles for a long time of how absurd some of these projects were. And then when you also look at things that USAID was doing, yes, it was things that you never thought that your hard-earned dollar was going to pay for. And the consequences, there are people who that's their job. Should the American taxpayer be paying for that job? I think what most Americans look at is say, no, that's not what our tax dollars should be used for. And so, yes, there are layoffs. There will be things where people are redundant. They are no longer necessary because the work they were doing for the federal government wasn't actually doing anything for you, the taxpayer, that is supporting that.
We are so excited to announce the ACLJ's brand new app, completely redesigned to provide you with the best tools available to partner with us at the ACLJ. You can watch the daily Seculo program, sign the petitions, customize your ACLJ membership experience, donate with the click of a button, and receive up-to-the-minute critical updates that the mainstream media can't censor. Just scan the QR code on your screen or go to your phone's app store, search ACLJ, and click install. It's that simple.